fan on or off? It might be better with off. I don't know, but fan off. Fan How do you do, Hypnobrides? My name is Skills2004, and welcome back to a new video. And I put in the description the last video that I try to upload every week. So here's this week's upload. The last upload was supposed to be last week's, but I posted it on Sunday, I think. I'm not very sure, but that was intentional for last week's update. So this update video, we're not starting on the mock yet. I mean, it's not really an update video. It's more of kind of me uploading every week, kind of like the prep. This is part of the prep. So I'm kind of explaining how things are going before we actually start doing the mock. So as of now, I ordered more organization crates. They said they should be here around May 28th, and I think today is May 21st. So that's usually how the shipping says. It says it'll be here in about a week or two. Normally I'd say they should be here in about 3 days, because honestly the tracking time isn't always correct. Usually it says it'll get here this day, but in reality it's like 3 days earlier too. But these are some pretty big totes. Kind of, I think, smaller than the black one, like I think 2/3 of the size, but I ordered 3 of them, and that's gonna be $1 big box. So I don't know, but there's that. So once I get that, I'll organize them, maybe put them in the next prep video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So with that said, I haven't ordered anything else lately. I have, but I'm not saying it because it's kind of special. But without further ado, let's go ahead and head on to the Legos. Alright guys, so first things first, painting wise, I have painted some of my guns for this Thompson, which surprisingly looks really good. But it looks nice. I haven't tested it when I put it into minifigures to see if it'll scratch. Obviously, hopefully it won't, but if it does, that sucks, I guess. And the next thing, I painted an M1 Grand. Now, I did try painting this. I mean, not painting this. I did try making one of the minifigures hold it. But as you can tell, it scratched because I kind of did it too early. I did it 2 days after I painted. And normally I wait until say a week. These next ones I've let for a week to sit. I tested them a couple 2 days. Obviously those scratched, so I'm using the one that haven't scratched. I've only scratched one. So here's a look at these. These are the Carg 98s. This one's more of a lighter shade of gray. And I made originally made 2 of these in this light gray, but if I'm being honest, I didn't like how it looked. So then I stopped with those 2, and I made some with more of a gunmetal type gray. And I gotta say, it's honestly a lot better, in terms of how it looks. I wasn't going to pay I don't know, $15 on a Brick Mania or Brick Arms custom painted one. Of course, they obviously look better. They won't scratch on minifigures, but I'm on a budget, okay? I'm not the richest person in the world, and it's safe to say a lot of us aren't. But, alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and test to see if these things won't scratch. Okay, first things first, I want to test the Thompson. So, without further ado, let's see if it'll scratch. Thompson is in. It's pretty nice. I'll try to turn it, and it looks doesn't look bad. So if I try to like wiggle it out some. So this is what it looks like. Being honest, I'm not really worried if this scratches. It's just the rest of it. I want it to look good because that's where the minifig's going to hold it. And of course, I still don't want it to scratch because it'll look nice on display. But if it does, oh well. Moving on. See if this M1 Grand scratches anymore. It doesn't scratch as much anymore, which is nice. Because I thought the paint scheme on the M1 Grand looked pretty good. So it did not scratch when I made him hold it like this. So that's pretty good. Okay, moving on. Now we're going to do the Germans. So I have a classic German minifigure here. So first, let's try the classic gray. It did quite a bit, actually. So it's kind of disappointing. I don't know a lot of paints or like things I can put on things that are already painted. I know figure paint doesn't scratch easily, so that might be what I have to buy in the future. But for now, this looks nice. So let's test it with putting this, like the arm on the other side where it's supposed to be. If the Germans are going to be holding it, they're most likely going to be like that. So there's like that. That's what it looks like. It did scratch a little bit there, but otherwise, that was the only place where it scratched. That's looking pretty good. Alright, moving on to the Gunmetal Card 98. So by the looks of things, there's not a lot of paint on the actual minifigure's hands. So I think he didn't scratch. So let's go ahead and turn his hand. No. Oh, just a little bit, but not too noticeable. I can probably just layer it back. By that I mean just pushing the paint back on, and that didn't feel good, but I just did now. Okay, well let's go ahead and put that on the holster. Okay, so that's how it looks. I really like how they look, just for the fact that they're not just plain black or plain gray, brown, but they look more realistic, and that's what I was looking for, and those are the results I got. I don't know if you can tell, but the butt stocks are black. I'm probably going to leave them like that, but the reason why I'm going to leave them black is because not most, but I have seen a couple models of Card 98 where the butt stock is kind of just the same factory color, or they put some type of fabric on the back that's black, just so they recoil doesn't do a whip in and in. But that's how it looks. So let's see if it actually scratched if I take it off. No, looks like to be like absolute zero scratches. So yeah, those are all the weapon tests. So now let's move on to the other stuff. Almost forgot to mention, this is an M1 Grand. This I didn't paint myself because that's obviously too good looking. But these are all the Card 98s that I painted for all my German soldiers. Just something I felt like had to be said. Maybe so, maybe not. But yeah, it's always nice. Alright, moving on to the other stuff. Alright, so this is all I have in terms for the American Army. I do have a tank, but sadly it is Mega Blocks, and it's way out of the scale of the Lego. I don't know why I threw that. Actually, the painted stuff. But as in terms of what I have a squad of 9 for and I do have another sticker pack when it comes to these. But obviously, since I don't have them here, that means I don't have enough white, like in terms of white arms, torsos, pants. And obviously, I don't know what happened to this guy, but he has a little yellow on it. I don't know if you can see it. Either way, he has some yellow on it from a highlighter I think I put a long time ago, trying to paint some tan, like when I was like 10 or something. But here we have, I don't know what to call these. I used German Africa Corps stickers, and they have the berets. So I'm honestly just thinking they could be British commandos. That's honestly what I thought in general. Like when I first thought of this, it just British commandos. And then here we have probably my favorite group out of the Americans, because let's be honest, all these guys are plain. But I like these guys because not only, well, it's not the fact that they're American, it's the fact that they have stickers on the sides of their arms, which I think looks really cool. Trust me, if there was a legion for like Mexico's army, that'd be my favorite, without any terms. But just the fact that the helmets look cool, and they have this U.S. flag on them, but they have the whole U.S. airborne, and these two have on their helmet because some of the airborne guys kind of just put it on their helmet. And I know a lot of airborne units had netting on their helmet, so I have an idea what I'm going to do with that, but for now we're just going to leave them with the plain pot helmets. So yeah, let's move on to the Germans. Okay, so here's what I have in terms of German army, or the Wehrmacht. I do plan to potentially order some Fallschirmjäger units, or if they have some SS units, gladly pick up some of those. But for now, I just got Wehrmacht soldiers. Okay, so in total, there's 21 Germans, 20 infantry, and 1 officer, of course. And for the tank, I have a Panzer III. Panzer III, but I like to say it's a Panzer IV because I have this barrel extension here. So, in reality, it's a Panzer IV. It's a Panzer IV Ost H. I do have modifications to make this a Panzer IV Ost G. But I didn't have those on because the armor plates, on being honest, take a very long time to put on. But I don't know if I show this guy properly. Yeah, no, that's the tank guy, the tank commander. And in terms of German weaponry, obviously I got the Kar 98s. I plan to obviously buy more because, as you can tell, the Americans are kind of outgunned in everything. Except units. But yeah, so I have two MG34s with bipods, of course. Then I have this MG42 with tripod. Now, it's not the proper tripod that they used when it came to MG34s, MG42, but it's pretty much the only thing I had, so deal with it. Then, I'm being honest, my favorite thing out of this entire kit, because both of these and the guns are from Brickmania. But back when I first got this pack 40, the barrel was short and it didn't have this custom muzzle brake on it. I'm like, wow, this barrel's really short, and the muzzle brake kind of looks doo-doo. Sorry, Brickmania. But so I modified it to my likings, and if I'm being honest, this turned out really nice. Okay, so one of the reasons why I like this now is obviously because my modification with the barrel extension, but because I bought the Panther muzzle brake. The Panther muzzle brake fits really well. The second reason is the breech. It actually opens. Easier if I show this way. It opens and closes, which is nice. Barrel can go all the way up as long as it hits the ground, and all the way down. Obviously stopping it because it hits somewhere with the stuff inside. And it closes up for easy transportation, like if you have an Opel Blitz or a Kubelwagen. Sadly, I do not. am poor. But yeah, I honestly, this is probably my favorite model out of all this stuff until the near future. So that's about it in terms of everything else. Yeah, I still have one more sticker pack with that needs American models. So without further ado, let's end this video. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hypnotize that like and subscribe button. I'd like a new addition to the Hypnobrai. Also follow me on Instagram at Scales2004 if you'd like, of course. And yeah, that about wraps everything up. Hopefully the next video I will be able to start working on the mock, but if not, next week's video will be another prep video. I don't want it to be, but it potentially might. But is that everything? That is everything. So my name is Scales2004, and I'll see you guys next time. Why did I salute? I never salute.